Yo, yo, yo. It's Thursday night. We're back 2 weeks in a row. Pretty good stretch for us lately.
Yeah, it's going to
But
end this week, though, right?
listen, the streak ends this week. 2 weeks in a row. I'm off next week. The week after that, we're good?
Yeah, I'm good until the end of August.
Okay, yeah, we're going to have a little streak then. So we'll be ready to roll.
Good until the end of August.
So I'm your boy, High Five Vega. This is Reverse Polarity, the best show on Thursday. By a mile, it's got to be. I don't know any other shows on Thursday.
I was gonna say, we could move it. It could be best show,
Yeah,
legendary,
legendary. Some would say, but I'm joined as always by Dean. 5-Star Car Stereo, Smash Force Productions, the Zip Tie Wizard, many other things. The Wire ruler.
Oh wow. It's funny. I'm sitting there going, "Wow, I don't see the mic this week." That's because I'm wearing this black shirt, so the mic.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There you go.
That's how you hide the mic. You wear a black shirt.
There you go. I got the shirt on from your hood.
Anna Maria. Oh yeah.
There
Nice.
you go.
Yeah. I stole one of the kicker shirts that I was over in the retail store, and I was like, "Oh, we got some shirts. Okay, well, I guess I'll just steal these."
Yeah, I think they had a new drop.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't get any of that stuff.
Some of them are cool.
They're really cool.
Yeah, some of them.
Yeah, there's some really neat ones. They had a couple hats that I liked, but I just always I'll see them, and then Sandy will be like, "Just email me." I'll be like, "It's not going to happen."
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. I'd love to email you, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because I'll forget
100%
the minute this is over.
Yeah.
Until I don't, and then it's too late, and I'll be like, "Oh, god damn it!"
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Well, I need to send an email. I need one of the polos that they wear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those are nice.
I think I know I have a couple kicker polos.
Yeah.
I don't like polos, man.
Well, golfing, you got to have one.
Yeah.
So that's why I need one. I have a bunch of kicker t-shirts, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like I continuously fight my closet. It's and I was like, man, I don't ever wear I wear one polo. Kenwood gave me a bunch of really nice Kenwood Canada gave me a bunch of really nice polos, a couple of really nice button-up shirts. I was like, oh, these are nice. And I've worn a couple of those to weddings and stuff. But when it comes to I have a couple 5-star polos that I absolutely hate.
Yeah.
I'm like these, I almost to the point to where I just want to throw them away. Hate, but every now and then someone will be like, "Hey, can you wear a polo with your logo?" And I'm like, "No, no."
Yeah.
So it's smoke. Oh, Canadian wildfires. Yeah, man. Heard about that. Yeah, I was just talking about that with somebody. But yeah, I don't know. And even t-shirts. I have a new, so I just ordered a ton of new 5-star iron-ons. A ton, silly amounts. And because my plan now from now on, which I haven't had time to do it on this one, but every shirt is just gonna have a 5-star logo on the side. So I got tons of different colors, and I'm gonna just start doing micro batches of those that just, because why not? It's so cheap.
Yeah,
it's so cheap, and it looks so cool. But yeah, so, and then I'll just, when we travel, I always throw a couple in my suitcase along with some parchment paper.
Yeah,
so I can
do. Yeah, there you go. You do the iron. You're ready to roll. I had to throw out. I have a Savers bag, one of the huge black 30-gallon trash bags full, and I had to sacrifice some car audio tees. I have so many.
Yeah.
But I had to narrow it down to what do I like the way it fits? Some of them, they have
oh, for sure,
big neck, or some of them are super wide, or some are really narrow but very long, and it's just they're all for different body types depending on the shirt.
Yeah,
and so I had to narrow it down to the ones okay, I like the way this fits.
Oh, for sure. Like I have totes filled with shirts, and it's like,
Yeah.
I just started going through a couple of them because I was like, so like I was trying to find clothes to wear for one of the cruises we were going on, and I'm like, I wear like the same 5 shirts. It's like I wash them, I fold them, I put them back in, and then I just go through them again. And I got a closet full of shirts, and most of them are car stereo shirts, and I never wear them. And I'm like, this is stupid. I got some awesome looking stereo shirts, and I don't wear them for whatever reason. I'm like, nope. From now on, I'm like, if I get a cool one, like Rockford, like I had all these cool colored Rockford shirts, and I was like, why the hell am I not wearing these? This is stupid.
Right.
So
Well,
yeah, I
some
took
of
them
them could
off.
be like even within kicker. I found that like some shirts I just don't like the way they feel
Danny.
or they fit, but then some of them are awesome.
Oh,
Like
right.
actually, I
Yeah.
have found that like the kicker marine shirts, that's my favorite.
Really.
Those are I think they fit the best
Hmm.
for me, and I just like the way they feel. So
Yeah. I can tell you the worst fitting shirt that I ever got was this Brax. Brax, when you buy a Brax piece of equipment, they give you a shirt in the box. I
yeah.
was excited. I was like, oh, it's a large. This will be perfect. No, it was like a medium.
Oh, yeah. It was like a European large.
Yeah, it was a European large.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, ooh, this sucks.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
But
thought I was sneaky, and I got a Japanese 2X shirt.
oh geez.
Oh, dude, that's definitely a large. Like it's a large.
Yeah. Yeah. You need Panda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I put it on, and this was just recently. I put it on, and I show Kyle, and dude, I'm talking, I'm bursting out the seams. I was like, Kyle, you want this shirt? And he's like, yeah, I'll try it on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So no, I think that I've come to the conclusion I'm just going to buy, like this. I saw, I was like, oh crap. Because I got a black 5-star logo.
yeah,
And I was like, oh, but I didn't do a black and yellow one. And then Fernando the other day is like, man, I can't believe you've never made a Van Halen 5-star logo. Like we make Van Halen everything. We've got lanyards, and I go,
yeah,
dude, I just bought like 250 5-star logos, and you could have mentioned, hey, are you gonna make? No, like I got a Florida flag one, and like I made a ton of them. So did you just say Rob needs
yeah.
Panda
Fantasize.
Yeah, it's Japan.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
yeah. Dean's a big guy in Japan.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But anyways, so that's the struggle right now. Struggle
yeah,
is just organizing the closet so that, because I don't want to buy any more shirts. I've come to that
yeah.
conclusion too. Like I got enough Star Wars shirts to last me the rest of my life. I really don't want any
Yeah.
more.
Wherever we travel, I'll buy a shirt, and I would say 90% of the time I never wear it. But
Yeah.
like this one, I like the way the shirt fits, and it's
Yeah.
just comfortable. So I'll wear it. I've got like a couple spots we've been to that I really like the shirts. So just
And that's
it's hit and
why
miss.
I buy books.
There you go.
I just buy a book, because never gets old. Don't
Yeah.
have to worry about it not fitting.
And I'm trying to figure out what to buy from golf courses because I want to get something from every golf course that I've traveled to.
divot
But
tool.
I've got so many hats. I've got a
Divot.
lot of polo shirts.
Divot tool. Don't they make a divot tool with the name
They
of the
do, but
thing?
I never use them. I could
No,
just get
that's what makes them good. You
yeah,
put a
just
magnet
a
on the back
collection
of them,
of
you just stick them onto the wall.
yeah.
I don't know. They're cheap and they're,
It's actually a good idea. I make a little map out of them.
yeah. I mean, I like buying stuff that's small and pointless,
Yeah.
because then, although when we go on the ship, it's like, if I haven't been on the ship, I got to buy the model of the ship. So that's my one. That's the one thing I buy when we go on the ship. I don't buy anything else. I mean, I go into the store so excited, man. I go into the store. I was like, I want to buy something. I just want to buy something. I'll go in there and flags.
Yeah, that's a good idea too.
And I'll walk in and I'll be like, there's nothing. I'm the worst when it comes to shopping.
One of my favorite polos of all time came off a Royal Caribbean cruise. So
really,
I just happened. I was like, oh, I like the way this feels, and yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I mean, I bought a cruise Disney hat.
Yeah,
once, I think. I know I got one for free. Did I buy one or I might just have the free one? I don't know. Because I always think buying a white hat is a good idea.
It is for one wear.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so.
It's gonna look great that one time.
Yeah. So, yeah, that one time.
Yeah, that one time.
But yeah, and still loving the Gladiator. Oh yeah, thoughts. How's the finish of the full Rockford system? Guys installed most importantly for the money, I could get a good deal on one. How do you like the Gladiator?
Love it, but I have the new 12-inch touchscreen.
Yeah, which is really nice.
Which
do you have keyless entry?
Dude, I don't even have. Yeah, I don't have keyless entry or power windows.
So we did find out something with non-keyless entry vehicles because you have that giant key fob.
Yeah.
The DSR1 does not know what to do with a non-keyless entry vehicle.
That makes. So, you know what? I've taken that door apart because I thought about putting my own keyless entry in.
Yeah.
There's wires going into that door.
Yeah.
There's nothing in that door to
I'm sure it's just a matter of programming the car because
yeah.
I mean the fob. I mean it's all there.
Well, but it doesn't have the actuator. But there is.
I mean, once you add the actuator, I'm assuming there's.
Yeah.
You need the switch and the actuators.
Well, and I wish I had the fob. My fob's blank.
Oh, yeah, I know the fob. Trust me.
Yeah, it's blank.
I spent a day and a half with the freaking Jeep with no keyless entry trying to figure out why this DSR1 was not working properly. And
2025, that's no longer a problem. Base model comes with power windows and keyless entry.
Yeah. So there is a fix. Which thankfully, I had the engineer for iData on the phone and he kept saying, no, it's a Rockford problem. No, it's a Rockford problem. I'm going, luckily I had my guy Randy on who works there too. And Randy's going, that doesn't sound like a Rockford problem. That sounds like an us problem.
Was it a first gen system?
No, it was a 2024.
Oh, okay.
Or 2023. It's 2023.
Yeah, okay. So
it had the other radio.
Yeah, the 7, I guess.
Okay, so how a DSR1 works, we'll get back to the whole thing. How the DSR1 works is that when you unlock the car, it wakes up the bus. And so Rockford is sniffing the bus, waiting for the unlock command. So when you don't give it to it, it doesn't know what to do. And so what happens is there's not enough load on the bus for it to stay awake. Like it just sits there and goes, I'm going to shut off, because it doesn't think there's anything on. It doesn't realize the car's moving. So after an hour on the phone going back and forth and finally the engineer goes in a French accent, goes, try putting a 180 ohm resistor across the CAN wires. And I go, okay. Where? At the DSR1 or at the connection point? He goes, no, just do it at the DSR1. I said 180 ohm, right? Yeah. Not 1.8. Yeah, 180. I said, okay, no problem. Stripped it back, put it on, let the car go to sleep, woke it up, fucking worked. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Like,
wow.
Took you an hour to give me that? Like, shit,
it's probably his last resort. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to figure out.
I don't know what the hell he was trying to figure out because he's just sitting there going, and I know what he's thinking because I mean we all do the same thing when we're troubleshooting something. We're trying to in our heads engineer or backwards engineer it and figure out how this all works and what could cause these problems. And it's like, okay, like I don't understand how this is working. That's your job because you're the one that made this thing and you understand how buses work. I just put the shit in. But I mean, in my mind, if you're telling me wake up is unlock, there is no unlock.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what do you want me to do? I can't make so when you turn on the ignition, you're not looking for that though. Sure, in theory, but guess what? Practice is a whole nother fucking thing. So anyways, the Rockford system and the new Gladiator is fantastic. It sounds really good. It just dresses the front. It doesn't do anything for the overhead soundbar. It puts the one. Actually, they don't make it for the new Gladiator. That's true. They don't make it for the new Gladiator.
They don't.
They only make it for the previous generation Gladiator. And the Wrangler system won't fit in the Gladiator because they haven't figured out that they need to put the box in there. So, yeah, there's that. If you're looking at an older Gladiator previous dash, non 2025, 2024 dash, then the Gladiator, it's fantastic. But the new system, the new phase 3 or whatever the hell it is, doesn't work on Gladiator. And there's no reason why it can't. It just doesn't have the right enclosure. So like if you came into my store and you were like, hey, I'd call Rockford, they wouldn't know, but I would, because it should flash the same, I would think. But the box, I mean, the fit and finish is fantastic. Like the box, and the Gladiator, in my opinion, sounds way better than the Wrangler, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm honestly, so in my setup is the two dash speakers are upgraded.
Yeah.
Left the knee panel speakers because I don't want to tear into the dash. Replaced the back speakers. Added a Key 501, and then the audio control subs that you gave me.
Yeah. See, now the cool thing is like your dash, the 2025 dash, way better dash. Way easier to get that passenger side of the dash apart. It's 200 screws, but it all comes apart really nice. And like you can get right to the speaker, way better than before. I mean, it's still a lot to take apart, but it's a much nicer take apart than the previous dash.
That's good.
The nice thing is like Metra makes the covers for your dash so that you can open the hole up. So when you take the 4 out and you put a 6 in there, you get the Metra covers and you make them, and that makes the biggest difference. Like to me, that and we pitched that to Rockford back when this was being built. We're like, could you do cut-ins? Like, let's do cut-ins. And they just looked at me like I was crazy. Oh, well, I mean, we don't want to. Like, you do them on Harleys.
Yeah.
Every Harley, you guys have a cutting kit. Do the same. Like, it's the same thing, but for a Jeep. Like, make a cutting kit. So the kit's like $5,500, and you're like, so it's really hard to get somebody to go like, yeah, it's $5,500, and you need these $200 extra pieces for it so that it doesn't suck. And they just look at you like, what? Why wouldn't? Yeah. Oh, and if you have a premium audio system in your Wrangler, you're going to need this back panel. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So we had a dude with a new Jeep, that we put the phase 3 because it was 2025, and Rockford stopped selling the back panel for that. They just, on their website, they give you a list of parts. And they tell you, order all of these parts. And so the guy went to the website, didn't order all the parts, and showed up with stuff. And I go, you didn't order all the parts. Oh, I didn't think I needed those.
They said you needed them. Yeah.
I'm looking at it right here and it says you need all these parts. Oh. Well, can you still do the install? Of course I could still do the install. You're just going to have a big hole where you don't have carpet to cover. But you can get it and it'll snap right in. Okay, let's do that.
Jeez.
That. Not a problem.
The Gladiator system as is, I think it's good enough compared to stock, which I think is pretty horrendous. So I can roll with this for a while. I don't think it's half the time. I mean, that Jeep's so loud. It's a soft top. It's not like I'm getting the best sound anyhow.
No, but you can make those things so loud. And your box, I mean, the box you have sounds really nice.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, I haven't run at 2 ohms on the key, which is only 300 watts. But honestly, for that, you could literally turn the volume all the way up and nothing distorts. And it's like, okay, fine. Yeah, I can live with this.
Yeah, the 850 would be a lot of power on that.
Yeah.
That's that amp. That's a pretty big amp.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 800 is the new 500. It's like,
listen, 2,000 watts is the new 1,000 watts nowadays.
Yeah, I want a 500.
Maybe that might be 5,000 watts. Maybe 5,000 watts is the new 1,000 watts.
I don't know. I don't want any one of those.
No.
So
back in the day, 1,000 watts was like, oh my God, you got 1,000 watts.
Yeah, that was insane. So here's the problem. So Europeans, European logic is, if you've looked at any of the European lines like Moscone, Audison, Helix, they make like one mono amp in the series, and they're always 1,000 watts.
Yeah.
And they give you all 3 ohm loads. They give you like 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 4 ohm. And basically what they tell you when you call and go, hey man, you got like a 500 watt amp? Yes, run this amp at 2 ohm. It's 500 watts. Yeah, I know, but I need price point of a 500 watt amp. Why you not just sell amp? Why you not care? Just sell amp.
Mhm.
You're like, no. I literally I need to power 112 and I don't need an $800 amp to do it. I need a maybe $350, $400 amp to do it. Well, you said you want 500 watt amp. This is our 500 watt amp. And you're like, no, this is your 1,000 watt amp. You Americans always go to the right and think it's all that and more. So they all make this one amp that does these 3 power ratings, and they're all, and you just look at them and go, you understand how frustrating this is, right? And they go, why? It'll do everything you want it to do. Yeah, but that's the price.
Yeah.
It's the price. It's the price.
Yeah.
I don't. My guy. He does. Nobody wants to spend $900 on a 500 watt amp. It's not. It's a 1,000 watt amp. Oh my god. And you're just like,
I could totally. It reminds me. I've seen something on Facebook where someone was asking a question in one of the groups. It's like, hey, I have a 15-inch subwoofer. This subwoofer is dual 4 ohm, so that means I can run it 8 ohm or 2 ohm. Like, yeah, okay, you're right so far. It's a cheap Hyphonics amp. And matter of fact, I sent this to Derek, and I was like, "This is your fault." When I seen it, I screenshot it. He's like, "I bought this cheap Amazon amp." I was like, "All right, that's number one, Derek's fault. Number two, Derek's fault." He's like, should I run this stereo at 2 ohms, or should I bridge it at 8 ohms?" And it's like,
what?
he's like, "I'm just trying to get all the power I can out of my amp." Like, brother, you don't need all the power.
Need all the watts.
Just bridge it. He's like, it's 1,000 watts at 4 ohms, which means it's probably 500 watts at 8 ohms. Bridge at 8 ohms, be done. Like, be done with it. It's, well, but I'm not getting all my power. My guy, you don't have the subs to get all the power. You're not getting all the power. That's the most frustrating part to me is when you hook up speakers to an amplifier, you're not getting all that power.
No, you're getting all
That's
of it.
not how speakers work.
It's totally how speakers work.
Hey, in their mind, it's 100%. You're just getting
It's
flat
1,000
1
watts
ohm the
all
whole
the
time.
time.
You know,
1,000
it's not
all
like
the time.
1 ohm will jump up to 8, 10, 12 ohms in the
volume is just controlling the 1,000 watts. It's always 1,000 watts. You turn the volume up and down. It's not. It's just turning up and down 1,000 watts. It's always 1,000 watts. It's always putting out 5 volts.
He was saying it earnestly, like he earnestly did not understand.
Nobody, yeah, of course not.
Because there's so much misinformation out there of people talking about, hey, oh, I got to bridge it to 1 ohm because I need that 1,000 watts. Or I got to bridge it to a half ohm because I'm going to account for box rise. And it's like, oh my God, guys.
Well, from the immortal words of the customer that I had the other day that I just walked away from, I understand you're the expert and you know what you're doing. I just don't agree with it. And I go,
yeah,
huh. That's a neat one. Did you come to okay? And I just turned around and walked away. And Paul was like looking at me, and I'm like, no, I'm done.
Well,
I'm done.
The title of our show for today came from that. How many ohms it do?
It takes all the ohms.
How many ohms it do?
I need all the ohms.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's literally why when you look at when you look at a kicker amp, it says 1 ohm on the box now.
Yeah.
You know, because they were like, our amplifier, your amplifiers only do 2 ohm. I'm not getting them. And it's like, oh my God, dude, seriously?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Well, if it doesn't matter, just make it 1 ohm. Exactly.
Yeah.
Problem solved. Just make them all 1 ohm. Who cares? Fuck it. Make it a half ohm, quarter ohm. You just take the 2 terminals, put it together. Who cares? Yeah. Like poof.
You know? When I think people take in SPL and if you're competing, this stuff does matter.
Yeah.
Because it's just like an SQ, the other side of it, just little things matter because you're literally competing with some of the best people at whatever you're doing in the world.
You got to minimize your losses.
Right. But
Fakuda.
In your everyday system, like you're going to be just fine, my guy. Like that would be me saying, I don't want to use the kicker key 500.1 on the audio control box because I can only get it to 2 ohms. Well, who cares? 300 watts. It's gonna be fine. Yeah, I'm not getting the 200 extra watts. We're fine.
You know, so there's always this there's an up and down in any industry, right? I've been doing this long enough, so I know there's different times that this industry has changed or evolved or started to do things, and definitely right now, um, the internet side of things is in full effect. Like,
Yeah.
and people say, "Oh, people have been buying stuff off the internet." Yes, they have. They've been buying stuff off the internet for years and years and years. We all know this, but buying stuff off the internet, putting it in yourself is fine. Like, I don't get involved in that. But buying something off the internet and bringing it
Bringing it.
into me, like, you know what the
Yes,
fuck
that's
you're
a problem.
doing,
Yeah.
is a problem.
Yeah.
Because you're and then when it doesn't work out the way you hope, it's my fault. And then you just look at it and go, I would have never sold you this. Like, this is
Yeah.
dumb.
Well, at
Like,
the end of the day, they're shortchanging themselves because now not only is it probably going to cost them a little bit more to have this stuff done, but they're losing the fact that if you installed something from your shop and something goes wrong,
yeah, we can help you.
you can, let us warranty that for you. We'll take it and we'll just throw one in and you don't have to wait the 6 weeks or whatever.
Yeah. Which, don't get me wrong, there's good ways to buy things off the internet, and there's stupid ways to buy things off the internet. Doing your research is very important. Understanding what you're getting. There's plenty of people that do that, and I applaud them. But there's also plenty of people, which I end up seeing, just buy a whole bunch of crap, and they show up and they're like, "I want to get this installed," and I look at it and go, "I don't want to help you."
Yeah.
And and they just look at you like you're like, "What do you mean you don't want my money?" "Well, I don't want your money." It's like, I would never sell this. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, this is a dumb system. Like this is gonna sound like trash. You're probably gonna love it. It's still gonna sound like trash. I don't want to be part of it. I'm past that point in my life where I care about that. I'm a curmudgeon.
Well,
You know, get off my lawn.
it's part of the, I've reviewed just as many cheap things as anybody else on the internet. But I feel like, and people don't get it though. Obviously, they didn't get my sarcasm with the whole CCA video.
No.
Right. But it was heavy sarcasm. It was not received, message not received. But I always try to, like, listen, this is not, if you're looking for the cheapest thing, sure. Okay. But and that's kind of what got me to quit making videos. It
Yeah.
was that, like, I don't, because that's what gets viewed, obviously,
Yeah.
is the cheap stuff. And it's like, I just felt like, oh, even if you're showing the negatives of what's happening, you're promoting that you can get 1,000 watts for $86 shipped to your door. And it's like,
I
and
want more.
it's a terrible idea,
Yeah. It's okay. I mean, you know, and people would always be like, "You don't like cheap stuff." Of course, I don't like cheap stuff. But I
yeah,
had cheap stuff. I've done cheap stuff. And if cheap stuff's all what you can afford to get you into car audio, and then you're gonna buy good stuff at some point.
right.
Like, I feel like when you buy something cheap, you long for something better. You know, um, and
The
that's
problem with
really
cheap amps, and I can tell you, I've had things set fire on my bench. Derek has had many things set fire on his bench for cheap equipment. That's the danger here. Now, cheap subs, okay, much less a chance, but a cheap amp with absolutely zero protection. Now, listen, if you're gonna buy a cheap amp, just get the Boss. They're basically bulletproof. They're gonna say
yeah,
9,000 watts. It's gonna do 90, but it is what it is. It's
yeah.
cheap. It's gonna work for you. It's not gonna burn your car down. Stay away from ones like maybe that are named like uh Reggie Fish or what, it's some random dude. There's just always some random amp on Amazon that's like English, basically.
Okay, so if 5-star sells a full system and install, is there a little markup on the equipment? I know auto mechanic shops do the markup on parts. So it's a retail store,
Yeah, they just cost what they cost, right?
so there's not the markup is just whatever stuff costs. I mean, meaning if retail on something is $2.99, then we sell it for $2.99. We don't sell it for $3.20.
Right.
We have. I mean, that's just how, like, when you go to Home Depot and you buy a washing machine and then you pay to have someone come out and install it. It's the same business model as what we do. That's it. So when you buy it for whatever it costs. Now, some mechanics, I get it. The money isn't in the part, the money's in the labor. And I can understand that is not the case with car stereo. It's two separate line items. Labor is one thing, product, they're two separate parts of the store that have to be paid for. So, just like a car dealership, car dealership has the service counter, they have the parts counter, and the parts get sold to service, and the service sells them to you. And every part along the way, somebody's making more money off of it. And that's just, like, it sounds to me like an accounting nightmare.
Yeah.
But, we offer installation as a service, not as like, we're not in business to be an installer. We're in business to sell product. Paul's in business to sell products. To facilitate that, we have an installation department. That's it. That's all that is. That's what, there are some places, like, I think Cabe's business model is, he's an installer. He's a fab guy. He does fab, and fab is first, products are second, it seems like. I don't know. But there again, you got to make money all along the way because lights have to stay on. So,
yeah. I'm honestly shocked that you guys stay as busy as you do, and cardio is still on the installer part of the game as big as it is. It's a good thing. It's awesome.
I mean, listen, I don't understand any of it, and I've been doing it forever. People like, music is a solitary thing. I mean, I think we go through life, and we run into people, but at the end of the day, when you're home, it's, whoever's sleeping next to you, great, but it's just you in your head. And music is the one thing that is yours. You put on your headphones, you sit in your car, you experience music in a way. And for some reason, we as people, as a society, have still gravitated towards this feeling. And when you're in a car and it sounds like crap, and that's your moment to really enjoy something, they want it back. And this is just my hypothesis, because I don't know why people do this shit. But people want it to sound good.
The car's one of the main venues for me to listen to music in. I used to at one point. I would listen to headphones or stereo speakers, at my office desk or whatever. But now it's the car.
To answer your question, Jason, yes, people think they're saving money.
The
problem is that they aren't going to save any money, because the money we have to make on the equipment still has to be made. You're taking precious time away from me, away from customers that are going to pay me for my goods. So we have to charge you more than we would somebody that is actually buying the equipment from us. So we have to charge you a lot more, because that percentage of sale still needs to be made somewhere. Like, we still need to make this money. Because if you're going to take up my install bay for 3 days or 4 days or whatever it is, there's a percentage of money that gets lost on product, and product still has to move out the door. So if you're not going to buy it from me, you're going to pay the difference, like the percentage I make off of that. So you're going to end up paying more for the product. In the end, you're going to pay more, but you're going to think you got a deal, which, and not only that, half the time people buy the wrong shit. And so they got to deal with sending it back, because I'm not going to put in something that doesn't go in the car. Like, I have no vested interest in this. Not you, but you know what I mean. You've taken the time to design your own system, and this is what you want to do. And it's like, okay, well, the guy that does it for a living is very unbiased. And my only concern is that if I get involved in something, when I'm done, you're going to be happy. And I know in the beginning what it's going to take to do that. And so when people show up and they have all this crap, and you look at it and you go, this is dumb. Like, this doesn't even make sense. Like, you can't even fit this stuff in your car. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, these speakers won't fit, these amplifiers, where are these going to go? Like, you know, I had prime example. A guy the other day came in and he goes, "I want to put an 8-inch speaker underneath my seat," and I was like, "Okay, cool." We go out to the car and no, 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 I don't want it under the back seat. I want it under the front seat. And I go, "My guy."
Was it a BMW?
No, 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 it was a pickup truck. I said, "My guy, do me a favor. Do your knees work? Like, can you get down?" "Yeah." "All right, well, get your head down and look underneath that seat and tell me if you think anything is fitting underneath that seat."
Yeah.
And he's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "No, no, look." Like, you know, and they look, "Oh, well, you don't have anything that'll fit underneath there? Does your hand fit underneath there? Do you think something that's thinner than this is gonna make bass?"
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you gotta understand some basic concept of how sound is made. You know, like, I get it. I don't install water heaters, so I'm kind of, it's all mystical, nonsense as far as I'm concerned. I mean, as far as I know, there's a dragon in there that you pull his tail and he lights it up. I saw it on the Flintstones. I think that's how water heaters work.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Well, there's other avenues that this might happen. One, you collect old school gear and you want to get it installed. Understand, but it's going to cost more, and it probably will break. The other one is maybe it's someone supporting a brand that they like on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube itself. They might say, "Oh, well, I like Down for Sound's channel. I like JP, or I like Sky High, whatever it may be." So they end up with
Yeah.
that equipment that might not always work for what they want.
No, and I mean, what was it? I rebuilt my system 4 times a year because I never good enough do it right the first time if you want to save money. Now, okay, so you fall into a different category. Okay. You're the adventurer, you're the never happy, you're the always wanting to try cool stuff.
That's my
I
my
was the same
category.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm that category.
I was the same way. I always wanted new cool stuff,
Yeah,
and I wanted to buy stuff. And listen, to be honest, I'm still the same way. I just never get around to putting it in. I mean, I got a ton of cool shit that it's like, "Ooh, this is neat." And now I just want to hold, "Ooh, look, I'm holding it." Wow. Um, but like, yeah, that's fun.
mm,
Like the guys that are always like putting it in, taking it out, trying something else, never satisfied, always moving on.
yeah,
You'll never be done. And that's cool. That's a whole subgenre of 12 volt where it's like, you know, but the funny thing is the one time you finally get like that product that you've been saving for, like this, like, "Oh, I finally bought this Moscone DSP or this Helix DSP or whatever it is." And you're like, and then you're just like so bummed.
yeah,
You're so bummed because you're like, "Oh, I got one piece I have to keep now." And it's just like,
yeah,
ugh, you know. So then you end up selling it just because, and you go buy a different one.
yeah.
You're like, "Oh, this one's better," and you're like, okay."
I'm the same
So
way. Audio equipment, golf equipment, it doesn't matter. I'm the same way. I'm a tinkerer. I like to
yeah,
mess with stuff. Although I will say, I'm backing back on the audio system. Like
yeah,
I need to just get the Jeep's done. I should make a video of it at some point, but uh the Troopers getting one final rebuild, and then we're just maybe swapping out here and there sub amps or something like that.
right.
Nothing outside of that.
No, I mean, for me right now, the only thing I want, like the thing that would, but I just want a radio. Like I want to put one of the new 8-inch direct replacements in my car. It's just kind of getting annoying. But I think it's going to happen sooner rather than later. So that's a whole nother conversation for another time, but that'll be fun. So yeah, that's what I want. And then from
Yeah.
there I can do whatever I want.
You know
So
what I would love in the Jeep? Just like a little left right EQ, maybe some time alignment. Oh man. If I could get that, we could have it sounding really good, but we're not there.
yeah, I mean, yeah, Ken. I mean, I'm not so like obviously we all have to have something we waste money on. So I waste money on nostalgia. I've come to that conclusion. So I waste money obviously on cameras.
Yeah.
Although that's that's kind of waned just because most of that is for work. So it's not as bad as it was. But I like, and right now, of course, 3D printer shit, which I just got. Everyone had their big summer sale because of bamboo, so I bought like way too much filament. I was like, where am I? I got like a stack of it sitting over here. It's like every color. I was like, stupid.
Dude, I meant to buy a bamboo, but I just like I got to start finishing projects
Oh
before.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
It's not gonna
Um,
happen, but
but for me, like I buy the classic remote control cars from when I was a child, all the Tamiya
yeah,
remote control cars, and I just build them and then they sit because I just enjoy building them.
yeah.
And even Legos. I have a ton of Legos that I haven't built. It's just because I just don't have time. Haley, I will do a Lego day, which is fantastic, but it's still like, you know,
It's my argument that every man, because I don't know that this is true for women because I don't really understand women, but will waste money on something. That's we have. It's just part of being a man. I don't know why.
and it's stupid money too.
It's stupid, and it could be maybe you're into motorcycles. That's what you buy. Maybe you're really big into fishing, and you go ahead in on that.
Yeah.
Maybe you're like the 0.001% and buy car audio where we are, but you will waste money on something you
Yeah.
don't need.
Sue's into bowling, and my front yard is a bowling ball graveyard.
Do you
So
got one like off of what the hell is that movie? Mystery Men?
no,
The clear one with the skull in it. Oh man, I feel like that. If I
no.
was a bowler, I'd definitely have that.
Yeah, I don't know what she buys, but I just know every now and then she goes, "Hey, I need to buy a new ball," and I go, "Hey, okay,
Yeah,
go for it. I really don't care." And then it'll sit. The old ball will sit around for a while, and I'll be like, "Okay, are we done with this ball? Because I've already broke a toe on it. So
yeah.
where do you want to I mean, we have a bowling alley in the front yard now, and we have enough balls because the balls all end up in the front yard in the flower bed. That's where we put them all. So and it's just sick, but yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, you heard Melissa got
No,
flooded.
no, I didn't.
Yeah, I think it was flooded. Yeah,
Oh,
that yeah, it
that's
sucks.
terrible. Not a good thing. Good thing to happen.
Yeah, yeah. So if we got 6 inch of water in our basement, um, well, we don't have basements, so that would suck.
Exactly.
That'd be
We'd have
6 inches
6
of
inches of
water in the
water in the
house.
house. That would be for me too. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be the end of it.
We
Yeah,
listen. The South, we're prepared for a lot of things. We're prepared for heat. We're prepared for these like natural disasters like floods. We don't do well. We don't do
no,
well in floods or ice.
no. I don't think anybody does well with floods. Oh,
Yeah.
we would do terrible with ice. If we got ice,
Yeah.
the whole I'm not
We
going
can
to work.
handle it because it does get cold here, but like you just go 4 hours south in Texas and they're cooked. Like when they get ice, they got people dying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We wouldn't know what to do with that shit. Let me tell you what. And totally on an unrelated topic, but I spent I was in Mobile Solutions and it was 115. No shit, like legit 115, and it was brutal as hell. I was like, damn, screw this dry heat crap. Like this is hot, man.
Yeah,
Like
hot's hot.
this
Dude. Like,
this is miserable. This week and here in Florida, like with oh my god, dude, it was just as bad. Like our whatever we have.
yeah.
Holy shit. I was like, man,
It's been
I
brutal here too. Yeah.
oh my god. I'm like, okay, sure, fine. I'm getting old. We'll chalk it up to wherever you want. I mean, I remember playing throughout the summers and just like no big deal. But dude, this shit we got now,
Yeah.
get me the
We've
hell out of
already
this.
I would say we've had 2 or 3 people at work that have went down with heat illness of some sort. Luckily no heat strokes yet, but
Yeah.
so they've been close, and it's
Yeah,
not it's
I think somebody died yesterday of a heat stroke. They were doing some kind of a the police were doing some kind of a drill at a
yeah.
school. I think one of them ended up getting heat stroke. And
Dude, it can happen so fast, and
Yeah.
it's so lethal. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I've seen people fall, and they're just literally in convulsions through it,
Yeah.
and it's like it's terrible.
Sewer backing up. Ooh.
Oof, poop cruise, definitely
Yeah.
not.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, so it's weird too, because like we get like I feel like we've been getting rain, but I've also like it happens like we don't keep the back door open for anything anymore. Like literally, whereas before we always had it open a little bit and it would rain and it'd be nice, but no, man, it's nothing.
It's been so hot that I left the Jeep windows down today. Surprise rainstorm popped up. Like, oh great, this is cool. Ooh, 20K in damage.
Damn.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
So that's kind of what happens with our ceilings with our air conditioners. So the drip pan will fill up, and if it doesn't have the float, the drip pan will leak through the ceiling.
Oof.
That's always it won't pay because the water came.
Not a burst pipe.
I would have been drilling a hole in the pipe.
Yeah, something.
I would have just grabbed the pipe and a pair of bolt cutters and just gone chonk.
Mm.
It blew up.
Hey, we got a roof not too long ago because hail. Actually, we put it off and didn't do it the 2 or 3 times it did before. That final one, the roof still didn't look bad. I was like, you know what? Let's call the adjuster and just see. We've had the house over 10 years now. It's probably time to think about that anyway. So,
Yeah.
hey, free roof. Not free because we pay
I was gonna say it wasn't free.
Yeah, it's like we pay a ridiculous amount for homeowners insurance, but yeah. We didn't have to pay for the roof on top of that. I could say, I guess.
It gets factored into the next 20 years of your house payments.
Yeah.
The next 10 years of your house payments. All right, happy thoughts. Since we're going down this, let's transition into some happiness. I don't know what that means, but so SVR was over the weekend, I guess, or a couple weeks ago.
I think so, and I haven't really even seen any updates.
So there was a couple posts. Brian was there. I think he got second place in something. The purple car. Oh, he got second place on the money round. The purple car he built got first place.
He posted a picture of the Cadillac recently. What was that about? Does he still
Not
have
a
it?
clue.
Or?
Yeah, he still got it. It's still sitting there. Anybody want to buy it? It's for sale. If anybody wants the evil XLR, guaranteed winner.
Nasty, man.
Yeah. No, it's just sitting in his garage. But it was an interesting show from what he said, because a lot of people were starting to be South Valley region, Still Valley
regionals.
Yeah. A lot of people were like, sit in the middle back of my car. This is where I want you to judge it from. And I was like, really? He goes, oh yeah, because his center seat thing is, I guess, pissing people off. So
wow,
yeah, it was like,
it's not the first time it's been done. I mean,
it
started with Pate.
Yes, yeah.
That I remember.
PS Sounds did do a bunch of short vids on some of the builds. Good stuff. Yeah, I watched a handful of those. Those were good.
Yeah, I didn't catch those. I'll have to check it. That's one I would love to have gone to at some point, and still might.
Yeah, no, cool. And it was nice too, like watching Peter's video, because like when we went, we were trying to figure out what we could do for video wise, and I don't like doing those. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I like doing those, but I like doing them much bigger in depth, and because we've obviously filmed enough of the cars we've heard. But the thought of having like 20 little 5-minute videos of that, pardon me, would drive me nuts. Like I'd lose it. I'd be like, I don't want to do this anymore. It'd take like me a year to get through them all. Be like the car would be gone and dead and never, and be like, oh, Dean finally put out the video.
Dude, I used to do a lot of footage of the events I'd go to.
Yeah.
But I quit doing that and just started doing live streams. It just the juice wasn't worth the squeeze for me. But
I mean, I think the modern day vehicles compared to like, what we did in the 90s, they're totally different. Like
I would 100% agree.
Yeah, the tech is so much better.
Yeah,
The techniques are so much better. I mean, they're just much smarter competitors now than they were back in the 90s. So,
yeah.
um, way better tools to do it.
Way
And the rules
louder
are totally
too. Way
different. Like,
louder.
yeah, and but the tools are totally different, and what they're judging is totally different, and you
Yeah,
know, just what the judges are going for. SQology did a great podcast where they kind of talked about like rules, how they've changed over time, and what was important back then and now, and that's the other thing too. It's like, if you judged by 90s rules, that would be the first thing. It would be like, okay, so take a modern car and judge it like you did back in the 90s would be how that would go. So, oh yeah, soundstage is pinpoint accurate, or at least it should be. I mean, it can
yeah.
be. But keep in mind, back in the 90s, DSP really wasn't a thing. It was all, and everyone was
People were
using like,
using dual 30
yeah,
band EQs. Remember the image
yeah,
dynamic
audio
that it had?
controls, or they'd have the
Audio control had
rains.
yeah.
Rain was a big one.
And kick
Um,
panels done they done your time alignment for you. Uh,
well, yeah, you'd try to match
yeah.
wavelengths. Yeah, yeah, and
Uh,
like, Manville. There's a great video somewhere of Manville talking about his car, and it's like it's got like I felt like it had like 10 tweeters in it,
yeah.
all different parts of the dash, and you're just like, okay.
Yeah, they were doing the best. That reminds me, Derek, he got one of the have you ever seen the Sunfire Junior subwoofers, the Carver, their home audio?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So they're the small ones, and they claim like the amp was 2,000 watts or something crazy like that. Anyways, Manville had a big comment telling a story about that,
Hmm.
like that they tried to get a patent on subwoofer and all this. It was a really good read. I meant to send it to you, screenshot it, but it was a really good read. Like just
Yeah,
telling a story about back in the day how they tried to patent all that, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. I like reading stuff like that.
yeah. I like what Melissa said there. I mean, I agree with that. It's just it was impressive, but it's not like today. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, right now we have some of the, like, we talk about this obviously at work a lot because we have a lot of time. Um, right now in car audio, we have some of the coolest equipment that. This is the funny part, because we have some of the coolest equipment that we've ever had, and people want to buy the throwback crap that is just made like crap back in the early 2000s.
yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna go buy this guy's amp over here, that's
Uh,
using this old tech in it, but it's good price and it looks neat, and it's like,
or a modern SoundStream amp because they remember SoundStream being a great company, which it
oh,
once
don't even get
was.
me started on that crap.
At
Like,
one
oh
at one time,
Jesus.
SoundStream was pretty awesome, but they are not that SoundStream. Orion is not that Orion. There's very few like JL Audio, Kicker, um, Rockford. They are still the companies they were, but not all companies
Well,
are the
yeah, I
same.
mean, but there again, the people are totally different. I
Yeah,
mean, the
right.
people are the people are totally different. I mean, so one of the cool things that when I got to spend some time with Wayne Harris at Mobile Solutions, and he was reminiscing, which is always cool when you get the old guys that were in it
Yeah,
reminiscing about, because I had recently ran into a friend of his, and so we were talking about that, and then he would just go off on a tangent, and he would talk about all that, and you know like the companies are run by different people than they were back then, and the energy is different now than it was back then, and it's, I mean, with the exception of Irby, but even Irby's not doing what he was doing back then. He's grown up, he's changed,
right.
he's got a business to run, he's got better tools to play with, you know so he can create things that 20, 30 years ago he never would have thought possible, and now they're possible. So, we get the benefit of that. We get the benefit of having these guys that were, you know, building stuff, and the whole time longing to build something better, and now they are. And people like shame them. You're like, oh, I don't
Yeah.
want to buy that crap. And you're like, what? You're not like you don't even make sense.
No.
It's like you're gonna buy some dish. Okay,
Yeah.
go for it, Chief.
When there was one on Manville was actually on Everyday Audios with T-Fade and them, and he was
Yeah.
talking about people are willing to pay, and I agree to a point. People are willing to pay a lot for Moscone or Audison or whatever because it's exotic. It's not from the U.S. And at the time, they were like, "Well, JL Audio is too expensive," and it's not cheap. It hasn't really ever been cheap. But the argument, I can see the argument of they're still making a lot of stuff in the US at the time. I don't know what it is now, but so
In Rockford, and I'm sorry, JL was the first one to have their amplifiers made. Like their amplifiers were all Chinese made.
yeah,
They had some amplifiers that were made by somebody else at first, but they went over, and Manville tells you all that on the Old Fashioned podcast. He literally outlines what they did and how they did
yeah.
it, and not that that's a bad thing. I mean,
When I think the
it's
Slash
just good
series
for them.
was one of the top selling amps of all time.
Yeah, for sure.
So they were very popular.
I like Rob says all that stuff boring Fosgate and jail. They don't anything in the past 15 years. Well, has everyone else caught up to what they did 15 years ago? Would be my question.
That's kind of my argument as well. That
I mean, and like if you're following along at home, I mean, there again, I know everyone that when you say motorcycle stuff is like, well, that's motorcycle stuff. It's still product development, and they literally just launched the first amplifier that has the A to B circuit built into it that'll plug directly into a Harley Davidson and just work. Like doesn't just communicates with the radio. Now, the first to do it in a car was Mobridge, because Mobridge made their A to B amplifiers that you could plug into a Ford. But now that cat is out of the bag, and we can see that, like, oh my gosh, they're making stuff that basically nobody in this industry has ever built before, with the smart module built directly into the amplifier. That's
I give them when
now
I give them
now they don't have to change it for another 15 years, because it's going to take that long for everybody else to build an amp like that. So
or longer.
Yeah.
But when I give them crap, a lot of it is tongue in cheek. Like, I'm just giving them crap because they haven't been doing cardio. And I think for the most part, people get that. But there's always some that don't.
So I've actually
you can just look at all their
stuff. I mean, to be fair,
look at all their technology, dude. Like everything they have in the box. Like people are just now getting that, and we've talked about it on them.
That's an amp shroud. I mean, so I'll okay. So as far as Rockford goes, obviously we're under NDA with them. We can tell you a lot of cool stuff. We're going to be with them in SEMA. They're a client of mine. Not surprising. Not hiding anything. We've sat in a room. We've listened to all the new speakers, early production versions of them. We've sat in cars and listened to them. It's impressive. It's going to be freaking awesome. We know the roadmap for the amplifiers and DSPs that they're coming out with. It's going to be technology that doesn't exist today. So it's going to be pretty badass. Is it all going to come out in one fell swoop? No, it's not. It's going to take years. They wanted it to come out in one fell swoop, but I'm like, slow it down, killers.
Yeah.
It's in we all have businesses to run, or companies that we work for, or whatever it is, and we all have to make money, and we all have to make smart choices, and we all, Rockford is a company that has many employees. Kicker is a company that has many employees. Even Down for Sound, he's got employees that he has to do, and you have to make decisions that work best, that make money for you and your employees, and the houses and the kids and the cars and the school and all that. So every company has to decide what works best for them. And there's always going to be somebody that hates it or loves it or doesn't like it or thinks it's the coolest thing in the world. And it's okay. It's okay. I want new stuff every 2 years, like back in the day.
I mean, everybody
hate that. I hate
everybody except for Dean. Like enthusiasts, sure.
Dude, I was so happy when Alpine finally said, That's the one thing I love about Alpine. This is probably the only thing, is that when they woke up and said, you know what, we're not coming out with new radios every year. This is stupid. Like we don't need to do this. There's absolutely nothing we can add to this radio to make it any better that can't just be an incremental change or a software update, And so when they finally decided that, and everyone else was like, that's actually a really cool idea. Oh, because the only reason why they change stuff is because of warranty. That's it. That's the only reason why Japanese companies would change stuff, is because of warranty. American companies never did that. You could buy a Punch 45 for how many years?
Yeah.
You could buy that Slash amp for how many years? You can still buy a W7 for how many years?
Yeah.
There's no reason to update this stuff. Like, until something better, and again, when interviewing Zach one year, who's now the CEO, this is long before he was the CEO of Rockford, he said, listen, we could redo the Power Series amplifiers tomorrow. I have a list of things that I would love to put in them. But are we going to sell any more amplifiers if it's got a distortion detector in it? No. Like, we make an amazing amplifier that very few companies even come close to. And just because we add some lights and maybe a different bass chip or some stuff like that, it's not going to sell any more amplifiers. It's stupid. I was like, I'm paraphrasing because this was many, many years ago. I'm like, yeah, he's got a point. He's got a point. Shit ain't broke, don't fix it.
With that being said,
I would love for Alpine to come out with
7909 again.
Oh, just anything that didn't suck. Yeah. That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Headlights and view meters. Okay, Rob, you win there.
Yeah,
you put view meters on it.
This might be Derek in disguise right here, because
I love view meters.
Derek loves the view meters. That, like, he will buy anything with view meters.
JVC, baby.
Yeah.
JVC's the radios have view meters.
Yeah.
My home amps have view meters. I love view meters.
Yeah, dude. Who like Macintosh?
Dude, when Tony Diamore put the light one on his back window.
Yeah.
I think Steve's got one too.
Steve's got a giant one in his pool room. That's cool.
Yeah, that is so cool.
All right.
Yeah.
With that being said, we're not going to be back next week. We will be back the following week.
It's his fault.
It's my fault. I'll be on vacation, but I'll be thinking about you guys.
No, you won't.
I'll at least be thinking about Dean, for sure.
I can appreciate that. Somebody's got to.
we're reviewing Happy Gilmore 2. If you want to continue the nonsense, click the link in chat. Follow us there. Hey,
party up.
Take a nostalgic stroll down memory lane.
There you go. All right, guys. Thank you so much as always. Have a great weekend.
See ya.